Welcome to the 60th Annual Fort Verde Days Parade, presented by Camp Verde Promotions. This year's theme, Remembering Pioneer Days. Our television broadcast is brought to you by Camp Verde Ace Hardware, home of legendary service. They're pleased to be a part of the parade again this year. Dr. Jack Houston's Camp Verde Eye Care. In the Bashes Shopping Center, see them in person or visit online at cv-eyecare.com. Cottonwood Freedom Auto Works, a unique car buying experience. See for yourself. Buying a vehicle is fun again. D-Best Plumbing, for professional, reliable plumbing at a reasonable rate. Danny Petty, a plumber with knowledge and integrity. 567-8755. Larry Green Collision, the collision care experts in the Verde Valley. State-of-the-art facilities, free towing, and help with your insurance deductible. 634-2227. And now, here's Jennifer Cohen and Jackie Bessler.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 60th Annual Fort Verde Days Parade, and we're getting underway. We're going to start right off. Jackie Bessler, Jennifer Cohen, and the American Legion Post 93 Color Guard is along with us. The David C. Johnson American Legion Post 93, with great pride and dignity, they present the U.S. flag, their post flag, the POW MIA flag, and the Arizona state flag.
That is very nice, very nice. And right behind them is the Camp Verde Cavalry and the Colonel's Daughter mounted group. The ladies look so lovely in their dresses. Camp Verde Cavalry and Colonel's Daughter and her court. The Camp Verde Cavalry was organized in 1958 and led the Camp Verde Parade every year for the past 59 years. The cavalry still has one original member still riding in the parade today. This year's Colonel's Daughter is Illinois Gray, escorted by her father, Trooper Jack Gray. The cavalry has sponsored the Colonel's Daughter since 1960. She's with Kylie Barker, Elizabeth Crudup, Cheyenne Kirk, Aspen Ostud, Rose Caby, Sherilyn Ciseldi, Aubrey Anthony, and Casey Perez.
And next up with our Fort Verde Days Parade, hey, this year's Grand Marshal is a good one. Sheila Stubler, honored the park manager at the Fort Verde State Historic Park for the last 14 years, and working along volunteers in the community to work on holding the fort down. And she'd like to thank her staff, volunteers, Camp Verde Promotions, of course, the town of Camp Verde, and all the partners who have been a part of this journey. And special thank you to the veterans for their service and commitment. Hey, riding with Sheila is her father, John Stubler, joining all the way from La Crosse, Wisconsin, to share in the celebration. And don't forget, this is Fort Verde State Historic Park Month. And also, by the way, George and Carol Dvorak contributing significantly to the preservation of the fort. Along those lines, I want to quote the town's proclamation. The month of October has been set aside to encourage all citizens of Camp Verde to observe the month as a means of reinforcing the priceless legacy that we inherit with our citizenship in order to help preserve our rich culture and heritage with deep respect for the principles on which our great country was founded.
Oh, and here comes the John Deere. Can't have a parade without a John Deere, Jackie.
Oh, my goodness.
That's for sure.
We are going to see several of them, yes?
And that's celebrating the Buffalo Soldiers, the history of the soldier, all the good things that happen here at Fort Verde State Historic Park. Fort Verde Days, which you've got going on now. Next, Victorian Christmas will be happening. That's a very nice float. What a nice big wagon. That's super. And look at this handsome steed coming our way. The VFW Rangers Mounted Color Guard, looking good. The VFW Rangers Mounted Color Guard troop is made up of comrades and auxiliary members. The members, red, white, and blue, represent patriotism, Americanism, and the honor before the American flag and the men and women of the armed forces past, present, and future. The member in black represent our POW, MIA, KIA veterans and civilians in all wars and conflicts. Thank you for supporting our military and veterans.
Flying by our camera there real quick was Glenn and Jan Allen in the Willys Jeep, and they just flew right by, moving right onto the American Legion Post 93 here.
Post 93 is representing the men and women who left the security of the territorial capital of Prescott, Arizona in February of 1864 and headed east to the Verde Valley, drawn by the promise of ample water and rich bottom brushland. Oh, look at that. Beautiful antique auto.
Oh, part of the VFW Post 6739 with their antique auto group, and leading the float for the veterans of foreign wars. Post 6739 is post member Jerry Sixton and his patriotic sidekick Tequila.
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 Gotta love it.
And of course, they are followed by the red, white, and blue mounted color guard.
Look at that. Very nice.
In the red truck, driven by Lori Crowley. Behind are Kelly and Mary Holloman in their antique 37 Rot Rod. And you can come and honor your local veterans for keeping us safe and celebrate Fort Verde Days.
So Yavapai Title Agency, that's a good looking truck. 1963 pickup. It's been working since day one. Driving for the title agency, looking good. Its name is Betsy. You gotta love that.
That's good. I like Betsy.
Yeah, I like a truck, that's for sure. Everybody likes a truck around here.
Well, Alyssa, Valerie, Bailey, Becky, Anita, and Lucy, all part of your best escrow title service in Yavapai Title Service. And coming down the road right after Betsy, of course, is the Copper Canyon Fire and Medical Authority, proud to support Fort Verde Days, as the agency is charged with providing fire rescue and emergency medical service to Camp Verde, Rimrock, and Lake Montezuma. And they're proud to support and continue to serve all of our residents and visitors. Thank you, Camp Verde, and thank you to Camp Verde Promotions for hosting Fort Verde Days. And I know that Nikki Miller and
Trish Aruda Peterson.
Yes, putting in hours and all sorts of effort.
Yes,
for
days, a year's worth of effort goes into the Fort Verde Days parade and celebration.
And big thank yous go to some of our sponsors for our 60th annual Fort Verde Days parade. And, of course, the theme, Remembering Pioneer Days, and our television broadcast on Verde Valley TV, brought to you by Camp Verde Ace Hardware, home of legendary service. And they're pleased to be a part of the parade again. We're going to see their float coming up a little bit later on in the parade. That'll be pretty awesome.
Gorgeous day for a parade.
Isn't it?
Yep. I like how everybody lines up 2 hours in advance to get the best spot.
And, you know, and I think that it's kind of a membership, you know. We've had this part of the sidewalk, our family has, for the last 42 years.
Oh, you have a good point.
Yeah, no kidding.
A good point. Hey, AZ State Parks and Trails National Gold Medal Award winner is Fort Verde State Historic Park. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
A gold medal award winner. They're presenting free admission to the fort all weekend. So you can get a tour of the fort. You can watch cannon demonstrations, living history presentations, Dutch oven cooking. Can you smell that, Jackie? You smell the beans and the barbecue and the cornbread. It's so fun to watch that. And then a vintage baseball game. They really go all out during Fort Verde Days to make sure everything is historically accurate down to the last little thing.
Yeah, and, you know, October baseball. This is totally different than what we know as October baseball.
Very different.
Larry Green Collision Center providing our parade stand tow truck out here in Camp Verde, and Larry Green Collision, the collision care experts in the Verde Valley. State-of-the-art facilities, free towing, and help with your insurance deductible. And you can always call them 634-2227.
Absolutely. Another one of our fine sponsors is D-Best Plumbing, for professional, reliable plumbing at a reasonable rate. Danny Petty, a plumber with knowledge and integrity. 564-8755. Here comes the Camp Verde Marshal's Office motorcycle.
He's behind some of the other Camp Verde Marshal's vehicles out here today.
There we go. He's got quite an entourage today. Deputy Dustin Richardson of Camp Verde Marshal's Office on his patrol motorcycle back there.
Yeah, he's behind the two other vehicles. We've got
good-looking vehicles.
The Polaris Ranger. Ooh, that's a six-wheeler, isn't it?
Wow, look at that.
Oh.
That's the kind that can drive up the sides of buildings. Oh, look at the little fireman in the back.
Spider ATV, so Spider ATV.
Oh dear.
Okay, yeah, that was really
that was reaching.
I know, that was awful. That was awful. Hey, do you remember the original name of Fort Verde.
You know, it's amazing that I do. It was such a short period of time, but for the first, I think it was about a year, it was called Camp Lincoln.
It was indeed.
Yes.
And then moved and renamed, and the new facilities built in 1871, and so, you know, all part of the new Arizona Territory. And, oh, okay, history lesson.
Yes, yes.
And, what was the state capital at that time, or territorial capital at that time?
Ooh, I know, that's a really good question.
1864.
If you think back on the oldest towns around, and the funkiest, oldest town I can think of would be Prescott.
Yes, you are correct, yes. Prescott, the original territorial capital.
There's Deputy Richardson. Wow, looking spiffy.
That is nice.
That is a beautiful motorcycle, for
and
sure.
much better seen in the middle of Main Street, Camp Verde, as opposed to behind my truck.
There you go. That's true. That's true. I'd love to drive around. Looks like he has a machine gun mounted on the side. It's adorable. Ready for action. Gotta love it.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Wow.
Transformers-ish,
There
right?
you go.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Verde Dental Care is coming up, and down the street here on Main Street, Camp Verde. Verde Dental Care, a family practice located here in Camp Verde, striving to provide comfortable care for patients of all ages, from children to adults. And they're open Monday through Friday, 7 to 7. I can remember that part. Saturdays, 8 to 4. And they look forward to providing you and your family with the dental excellence you deserve. Verde Dental Care.
Nice. And they're passing out little baggies with toothbrushes and toothpaste and things, of course.
And, you know, ironically, and I think appropriately, right after the floats, passing out the candy.
Yes. Yes. Well, my dad was a dentist, and I always wondered why I would get a lollipop after my visit.
Yeah.
And he said, it's insurance. And I said, insurance for what? He says, so my customers will come back.
So that's right. That's
and they're being followed by Patriot Disposal. Patriot Disposal is proud to participate in Fort Verde Days and proud to announce they have a new local office in Camp Verde. Come by their new office on Main Street in Camp Verde and see a familiar, friendly face. Jeanette Brown, former owner of NAWS, open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 3. For all your convenient For all the Verde Valley customers, Patriot Disposal is also proud to show off a new line of service trucks powered by compressed natural gas. Now, because these trucks do not use any diesel fuel, the only byproduct, there isn't any. It's only clean emissions. How fantastic. These big blue, all-new, clean and quiet trucks reduce noise and air pollution as they service the neighborhoods. Patriot Disposal, committed to our communities and committed to our environment. How about that? Natural gas-powered truck.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Haven of Camp Verde coming up behind them with our Fort Verde Days Parade, 60th annual. And of course, Haven of Camp Verde is our local skilled nursing and long-term care and assisted living facility. In fact, they've got a brand new division out there, a couple of months old. And Haven Health is here to provide the Verde Valley with all your elder care, nursing, and post-surgical needs. And they're under new management. Ryan's taking over the helms there, and you can come experience the difference, Haven, of Camp Verde on the mounted group out here today.
Very nice. And following them is J&S Farms in their little buckboard. It's so cute with their miniature horses. That's so awesome.
Now,
they're home of the award-winning miniature Arabian horse.
That's what I had seen. That's
so cute.
That is very cool.
Oh my gosh, those cute little things.
Followed immediately from the little horses to the big horses.
To the big horses.
Yeah.
Makes them look even littler.
It does, doesn't it? I've seen dogs bigger than that. We did just around the corner over here. The Rio Verde Roverettes, an all-woman equine club and mounted drill team based here in the Verde Valley, and purpose is to promote good horsemanship, good sportsmanship, and the Verde Valley good health and the Western way of life. The Rio Verde Roverettes, and I know you are a horsewoman yourself.
Yep, I sure am. I love seeing the ladies out on their beautiful horses.
And what a gorgeous day to walk them down Main Street, Camp Verde out here today.
It's nothing like driving a horse down the road. That's so much fun. Followed up by them, this Camp Verde Ace Hardware. Their antique 1957 Ford fire truck. Gotta love it.
Well, one of our proud sponsors, of course, and you're home for legendary customer service, and that is pretty, isn't it?
That is nice. Got a good siren on it.
We'll see if they can get to the announcers here.
Good job. Good
Nice.
job. I caught it.
You did.
That's amazing.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Hey, where's the pooper scooper?
That I don't know. Did that come from the fire engine?
I think that came from the minis.
The minis. Can you tell? Is it a color difference or what?
Both of them at once would create that. Oh, fabulous.
Next up, our Veterans of Foreign Wars. Now, this entry is made by the VFW Post and Auxiliary Post 6739. It is a 1929 Ford Phaeton convertible, and in the front seat is Ken Myers. Pete Seipel, past commander, and in the back seat, past President Kathy Seipel and daughter Kathleen.
Here comes Smokey the Bear. You know, Smokey just had a birthday.
Now, does he have a middle name, and is it or is it just Smokey Bear?
I thought it was Smokey D. Bear.
I think I was corrected once. I think it's just Smokey Bear. He
Smokey
doesn't
Bear.
have a middle name.
That's right. I believe he turned 70.
70.
Yes.
Man, I hope I look
Yes.
that good at 70.
I know, huh? That shows you clean air, lots of outside exercise.
I just wish I had that much hair.
The U.S. Forest Service fire engine and the fleet vehicle and Smokey the Bear would like to remind you to please enjoy the public lands responsibly, stay on designated roads and trails, pack out all your trash, and remember to completely extinguish your campfires using the drown, stir, and feel method. Yep, you know what that is? You dump a bunch of water on it,
Yep.
you stir it around,
Yep.
then you stick your hand right in there.
Right.
And if it's still hot, you do it again.
Now, my suggestion, though, when you're doing that is leave enough water to rinse your hand
Rinse
off.
your hand off. That good point.
See,
Good point.
you know,
I wasn't thinking about that.
I'm a thinker.
Oh my gosh.
Arborist Standards Tree Care comes up next, and I think that's great. Where Smokey Bear is right in front of our tree service.
That's
yes.
true. It's very important to trim the forest, actually. Forest Service guys are out there all the time to keeps down the wildfires.
Amen. And that is, we can take a look at California, and that is
I
definitely a huge issue. We've had it ourselves. Top-rated 5-star tree service is Arborist Standards Tree Care, and they're serving the Verde Valley and Sedona areas, and setting a higher standard in the industry, providing top quality hometown customer service at affordable pricing, specializing in premium tree trimming, both artistic and structural tree pruning.
See, artistic tree pruning. I like that.
Yes, that's
I like
where
that a lot.
make the shrub look like
You'd
an
make
animal.
it look nice.
Maybe, I don't know.
Rather
I
than
don't
just
know.
hack it up. Makes sense to me.
Fully equipped for safe and comfortable removal of trees of any size, licensed and insured. You can find out more information online.
There we go.
Arborist Standards Tree Service.
Yeah, you've got trees are not as self-sufficient as we give them credit.
I know. And honestly, I learned something. You have to water them away from the base of the tree.
Yes, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, well,
I
you
learned
want
that too.
You want the roots out.
Right, the
you know.
roots are getting the water and they're spread out. Wow, look at this tractor trailer coming. Now, that's a monstrous vehicle. That definitely is the biggest vehicle we've had. The Camp Verde First Assembly. Oh my gosh. I feel miniature compared to this vehicle. Look at that, they've got a live band on there. Their float theme this year is Our Church, Our Present, Our Future, Our New Pioneers, First Assembly of God, and Pais de Agua Viva. Nice.
Well read. You gotta love the traveling drum set too.
Yeah. And the drummer's purple hair. There we go.
Followed very quickly using a windbreak, if you will,
my
is the Cub Scout Pack 7193 of Camp Verde, and they enjoy camping, hiking, and learning new skills for advancement. And of course, by the way, their new program year is just beginning, so if your son would like to join, come to a meeting. Cub Scouts meet on Wednesdays 6:30 in room 305 in the old high school town buildings, and come and join the fun with Camp Verde Cub Scout Pack 7193.
Oh, they look like they're having so much fun. I watched all the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts raise the flag this morning at the fort. And said we sang the anthem and saluted, and the cannons went off and the bugles were playing. It was fantastic.
Well, that Boy Scout troop didn't leave much room right behind the Cub Scouts. They just kind of grouped together.
I know, they smushed all in there, didn't they?
Well, Charles.
7193.
Yeah, Charles Stark comes up next with his antique truck tractor, a 1949 Minneapolis. 1949 Minneapolis
pretty.
Molding model ZAU tractor. Tractor was modified for road grading, by the way, and Charles lives here in Camp Verde and restored the tractor over an 8-year period.
Gorgeous.
What a phenomenal job.
I wonder what you have to do to it to modify it for road parading versus field parading.
I don't know.
So I bet you have to do some clearance. I bet it's some clearance issues.
Oh, that could
They're
be.
looking for clearance.
I'm Jackie, by the way.
Oh,
okay.
Your middle name is Clarence, though, isn't it?
No, it's
No?
not.
Oh, well,
But thank you for playing.
Okay. Here comes the Camp Verde High School cheer team. Looking good. I love that. Cheering and dancing, and the pom-poms are going. Camp Verde High School co-ed cheer team would like to thank their sponsors and everyone who participated in the mini cheer camp. Because of your support, they are going to go to the competition in November in hopes of taking first place again. I like that. Again. First place again. Go
Repeat.
Cowboys.
Repeat.
Oh, there we go. Gymnastics. Woohoo! That's always scary over the asphalt.
On asphalt? Yeah, no kidding.
Road rash. Nah, I got lots of stories about that.
Yeah.
Gymnastics was never my strong point, Jackie.
No, I tell you that's dangerous for me over the edge of the couch, honestly. But you know. Hey, we want to thank Dr. Jack Houston and Camp Verde Eye Care for being a sponsor for Verde Valley's presentation of the 60th annual Fort Verde Days Parade. And of course, they're located in the Bash's Shopping Center just down the road, and you can stop in and see them in person or visit online at cv-eyecare.com. Jack Houston and Camp Verde Eye Care. And that reminds me, my lenses are scratched. I probably ought to get back there and see Dr. Houston in a new pair of glasses.
Yes, that would make the world a nice, brighter place to be, wouldn't it?
Sometimes.
Looking through glasses without scratches. Sometimes it's good. You can hide.
Yeah, I've been unable to sing the song. I can see clearly now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, but it is a beautiful, clear day, though. You can see that. Couldn't be better for a parade. You know, Sheila Stubler has been part of Fort Verde for 14 years.
Yes.
14 years that woman has worked tirelessly behind the scenes. So nice to see her as our Grand Marshal today, especially with her father, which is absolutely hysterical. John Charles Stubler, he's here with her too. They make such a cute pair.
And what most people don't know is her active involvement in the marketing efforts, not only for Camp Verde, but Verde Valley-wide marketing efforts, being on regional committees for establishment and marketing for Northern Arizona and the whole region as a whole. And so she's, she does a lot that people don't really see behind the scenes
for
as well.
For the town of Camp Verde, not just Fort Verde. I mean, now they say thousands of people a year come to visit Fort Verde. And while you're at Fort Verde, one thing I was unaware of is the Hance House. You have to check out the Hance House and also the historic jail while you're here. There's so many things to do in Camp Verde, it blows my mind.
I know.
And they're all within this one block area. It's fantastic.
That is true, yes. That is true. Yes, there's a uniqueness to the old town Camp Verde area and all of its treasures and history.
Oh, absolutely. We've got a great view up here on the Larry Green flatbed tow trailer. I love it. I love it. Thank you to Larry Green Collision Center for providing our perch.
And from our perch, we see Hospice of the Pines coming up next. Now, Nurse Molly, the pioneer nurse of the Hospice of the Pines, and of course they're offering choices and honoring wishes, and they support the belief that each person has the right to live out the end of their lives pain-free, with comfort and with dignity. And Hospice of the Pines offers professional care and support services centered on the patient and family goals, providing physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of many patients and families wherever they may call home, and offering choices and honoring wishes. And when those things come up, this is a phenomenal organization. I mean, it
Absolutely.
really is.
Super important. They're being followed by the Mulcair Family Antique Tractor. Oh, I love it. They got the whole family in the dump back there. Nice, antique. I love antique John Deere tractors. The Mulcair family, they're representing Mulcair and Son Contracting. Oh, look at the young girl on the back, driving her own. Look at her driving her own tractor. Oh, look at the young man driving the tractor. Wow. Look at all those beautiful children.
No permit needed, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you need a license to drive one of those things in a parade?
I don't think so.
Look how cute she is. Oh my gosh. And look, it's half pink.
It is, isn't it?
It is. Maybe she's working on it. It's going to be hot pink when she's done. My kind of girl.
Or it could be for October.
There you go.
Yes, and Breast Cancer Awareness
There
Month.
you go. Good point, Jackie. Yes.
We are just throwing out all sorts of ideas and questions.
The Camp Verde Historical Society float. There we go. Very important pioneering activities were hand washing clothes, farming, blacksmithing, and quilting. The quilters on the float are working on a 1930s quilt that was made in Camp Verde and raffled off in 1935 as a fundraiser. In 2013, the quilt was sold at an estate sale in Reno, Nevada, and donated to our Historical Society. Amazing to have it back home. On board the float are some members of the Historical Society's board of directors and volunteers. That's a beautiful 1971 John Deere tractor driven by Bob Ashcroft with his sidekick Larry Floyd. Wow.
Next up, Montezuma Heights Air Park Thunderbolts.
Nice.
Now check this out. And they're riding electrified recumbent trikes decorated with red, white, and blue in celebration of our great nation. And they remind you, God bless America.
That looks very comfortable, actually. I love it, and they're motorized. Next up is the United Christian School of Camp Verde. Look at these guys. They look so cute. I love them in their period clothing. We don't call those costumes, Jackie.
No, they're not.
Period clothing. And they like to talk about the children's games of Pioneer Days, and their children are reenacting various things as they walk down. They're adorable. Gotta love the children in parades. United Christian School is a classical Christian school enrolling preschool through 12th grade. They offer small class sizes and individual attention. They teach Christian values and morals with the expectations of kind behavior.
Now you do get a kind of a period clash, though, when you're walking in period clothing, holding your smartphone up to your ear, right?
There you go. Yes, in your Nikes.
In your Nikes.
In your Nikes. Oh, that's a pretty dress.
I love it. One of our other sponsors here, Cottonwood Freedom Auto Works. A unique car buying experience is awaiting you. See for yourself where buying a vehicle can be fun again at Cottonwood Freedom Auto Works in Camp Verde. One of our sponsors here for the 60th annual Fort Verde Days Parade. Okay, egg and chicken question here.
Okay.
Which came first? Which came first? The anniversary of the fort or the parade?
Anniversary of the which anniversary of the fort?
I don't know.
Question.
Yeah.
Trick question.
It is.
Oh.
Okay, we know we're on the 60th annual Fort Verde Days Parade.
That's true. The Fort Verde Days Parade, 60 years going strong.
Yes. So
and the museum. How long has the museum
there we
been
go.
here?
There we go.
Let's see. Well, parade, museum. Which came first, the parade or the museum? I would think the museum would have to come first.
Ah, all right.
What do you
Well,
think?
according to the info that I have seen, you are correct.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
61st anniversary this year for the Fort Verde State Park and Museum right here on Holloman Street in Camp Verde.
Wow, 61 years of museuming.
Museuming. That's tough to say, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
Of historical fact-taking and representation in a timely and correct manner.
Okay.
I don't know.
There we go. Of course, they feature living history reenactors, which is always fun, military drills, and all sorts of presentations, special presentations here at the Fort Verde State Park, Historic Park, and a museum.
Yes.
Bread of Life joins us along with our parade. And, of course, the Bread of Life, a great organization. And they'll be coming through with their truck and walking personnel, and they've been serving the community for over 23 years, looking to give a hand up to those in need in our own community by providing hot meals and free food and the saving message of our Lord Jesus Christ.
I love that. Here he comes with his.
Can't tell you how
two-week
helpful
cart.
banana boxes are.
They're amazing, aren't they?
They are.
They're so over-engineered. It's fantastic. You could use them for anything.
You can.
And handles. Thank God for the handles.
They're perfect for packing. You know, whenever we do our food drives, in fact, I want to thank everybody who participated with our Harvest to Feed the Hungry food drive recently here. And those are always very helpful with our food drives and packing up the food and storage, and got several of them stacked 18 high in my garage.
Wow.
Yes.
And their float, which is the boxes on the hand cart, is a cleverly disguised receptacle for all the food goods they're passing out. They are passing out all kinds of fun things. I've seen chocolate bars and pasta, all kinds.
Hey, what about the announcers? What about the announcers?
Did you want to have spaghetti for dinner? You can get a package of pasta, and all kinds of stuff. Anybody can pass out candy. Who passes out packages of pasta?
I'm working on the candy.
Wow, full-size candy bars. Oh my gosh. There you go, Jackie. There's your spaghetti dinner for you.
Oh,
what a
look at
lovely
that.
lady. Oh.
Spaghetti dinner? No, that's Butterfingers
Holy
and
Moses.
Baby Ruths.
Why am I thinking it's spaghetti? It's giant packages of chocolate. I like how you're hiding that. Right?
Have fun with the rest of the parade.
The St. Vincent de Paul organizational float is here now. Camp Verde St. Vincent de Paul has been serving the needs of the local communities for 10 years. Their mission is to feed, house, clothe, and heal the less fortunate.
And right behind them, almost trying to ride in the utility vehicle in front of them, is Sutler's Steakhouse. And Sutler's Steakhouse, your local family restaurant here in Camp Verde, and a wonderful menu. They do a great steak, burgers, got all sorts of different menu items available just down the street behind us here on Main Street is Sutler's Steakhouse.
Yes. Always love a good steakhouse.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Yeah, the smell for 2 blocks around a steakhouse. I love that. That's a beautiful day. So we should also thank Cottonwood Freedom Auto Works, a unique car buying experience. Go see for yourself. Buying a vehicle can be fun again.
I love the way you say that.
Hey, if you'd like to view this parade or any other of the Verde Valley TV broadcasts on demand anytime, visit verdevalleytv.com.
Suddenlink Channel 2 and Cable 1 Channel 56 if you want to watch it live. This might.
Oh, look at this float.
Yeah.
The Major Motion Dance Marching Float. Gotta love it. In their wonderful outfits. How many hours did they spend decorating this float, blowing up those balloons? The trailer is decorated with a big top theme. Major Motion Dance is a studio located in Camp Verde that teaches students of all ages. In front of the judges, the competitive dancers will be performing to Carousel by Melanie Martinez. Oh, how cute. Look at the strong man with the mustache. I love it. Looking good, guys. Oh, yeah. That's great. Wow. All kinds of circus acts. I see a tiger. I see the bear, the clowns, the ballerinas, the ringmaster running up behind.
Well, Full Throttle Racing 928. That's what it says on the banner right in front of us. And, wow, the bikes are going to definitely tell that. This is a kids racing team with dirt bikes and quads. And it's all local kids, and 14 different dirt bikes, 3 quads in different classes.
Wow.
And Full Throttle Racing 928 offers racing with the AZOP circuit. Kids range in ages from 5 to 16 years old.
Wow.
Man, that must be fun.
You know it. Where was that club when I was 5 years old? I did get my first motorcycle at 8, though, so I wasn't too bad. Not too far off.
Did you really?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep, I wanted a skateboard, and I got a motorcycle.
Wow.
And I thought, well, that's odd. And then I rode it around the yard, and I went, oh, yeah. Well, hey, Verde Valley Resale is coming up now. They are brand new. They're having their grand opening. Verde Valley Resale's entry in the parade with its buffalo.
Seriously, the buffalo's on the
I
trailer.
see that. Their theme, Verde Valley Resale, where the buffalo roams. The resale booth. The resale store is based on booth vendors and consigners. They sell furniture, collectibles, jewelry, and more. They also feature local artisans as well. And they're celebrating their grand opening, so stop in and celebrate with them. They're on Main Street in Camp Verde. Come check them out. That's a good-looking buffalo.
That is.
Very nice.
Where
Nice
the buffalo
trees.
roam.
Look at that.
Well, a little bit of horsepower sits behind the buffalo here with,
Muscle car.
yes, Julie Dodge. Julie Dodge driving this antique auto in 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner. I'm sorry, I'm drooling.
Yeah, me too.
Plymouth Roadrunner classic muscle car. And
Beautiful.
it was restored by her late husband, Steve Dodge, who grew up right here in Camp Verde.
It's beautiful. Wonder if she runs into issues with her last name being Dodge driving a Plymouth.
Plymouth and Dodge were married for some time,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's beautiful.
Smell the octane.
Yeah, I love that smell. Best cologne a man could wear around me is the smell of exhaust.
There we go.
I love it. I was raised in a garage, so you know. Not one of those girls that played with Barbies. I played with carburetors.
Right. There you go.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Right behind them is a vintage 1942 Chevy pickup. Gotta love all the vintage cars. Wow, she's pretty. Beautiful. Love the hood detail and the pins. I love it when they have pins in the hood. Now this truck is my favorite color, I have to say. Rust is my favorite color, Jackie. It absolutely is. And she is beautiful. 1942 Chevy pickup for the Verde Valley Questers. Gotta love it.
Now, who are they?
Well, they're the ones doing the fundraising with the Pickles and Pies. Now, I know that you've heard of Pickles and Pies. They're a local group interested in historic preservation, and they're holding a pickle and pie sale that's a fundraiser for the George W. Hance House, located at the end of Coopinger Street next to Fort Verde. Pickles and Pies, homemade by the Quester members. They have a sale until they're sold out, and the proceeds go towards the restoration and preservation of the Hance House, the tours of which are provided by Quester members. So you got to get involved with the Pickles and Pies.
Followed by our Larry Green commercial float. Now, this is a brand new
She's
2018 Chevy Silverado.
Wow.
And, of course, you can find it available at Larry Green Chevrolet for serving the Verde Valley for over 25 years. And right next to Walmart in Cottonwood, Larry Green Chevrolet. In fact, they're letting us use their tow truck out here for our staging area for the Fort Verde Days Parade.
Beautiful view from the back of the Larry Green flatbed tow truck. Oh, I love mini houses, tiny houses.
Tiny houses.
The tiny house thing, sweeping the nation. But you know what? I knew about this 40 years ago. I've been living in a tiny house since I was 20. I've been living in a tiny house. Not really 40 years, 20 years ago. It's beautiful. They're great. Montezuma Realty, the tiny house. Montezuma Realty is here to serve all the real estate needs, big or small. We'll see you at home. We've got Pete Roulette, Dobie Champion, Nancy Tackett, Dave Beeler is the builder of the tiny home. Would love to educate young people about affordable building. See, you don't need a big house anymore. That's the rage with the kids now.
Now, since it's traveling down Main Street, does that also make it a mobile house?
That would make it a mobile home, yes. Very nice, gentlemen.
Our
nice
colors
way to follow
presented
it up.
again as Flame Propane rolls through our Fort Verde Days Parade. And Flame Propane, a big supporter of Fort Verde Days all the way through.
That is true.
They want you to make them your local propane service provider.
There you go. Yep, winter's coming. You better make sure your tank's full.
Oh, no kidding. That is true. They've got a Keep Full program that is really helpful.
Yeah, that is true. You need that because let me tell you what, when you run out, it's not fun.
No, it is not. You can join the Flame Propane family today and receive your first tank of gas for just 89 cents a gallon. Boy, that takes me back to yesteryear.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. And look at that. Here comes the Girl Scouts. How fun. Well, you see, they couldn't let the Boy Scouts take over the parade without the Girl Scouts coming in and represent. You know, we've got Girl Scouts 7315. Oh, they're so cute. They're wearing their little 1880s style hats. They've got their little covered wagon, and they're singing. Oh, their motto is Strong Girls, Strong World. Troop 7315. Oh, they're so precious.
They made their own wagon.
That is precious.
They did indeed. Following through toward the end of the parade here.
Yes, here's Air Serve. That's a beautiful truck wrap.
Air Serve, heating and cooling your comfort company.
Independently owned and operated franchise. That's great.
844-323-2200, the number to call.
And here's Roto-Rooter. Mr. Roto-Rooter is coming up behind, passing out candy.
Mr.
You gotta love that. He is so cute. Always smiling, that guy.
His face is stuck that way.
Oh. Well, there's that. There's that.
That is true. Mr. Rooter.
Yep, there you go.
Plumbing services throughout northern Arizona and the Verde Valley.
At some point, you're going to need a plumber.
Yes. Yes, that is definitely true. MrRooter.com, the way to reach him, MrRooter.com. And I believe Mr. Rooter will be the end of our float out here. Our floats out here today.
Good turnout this year. Absolutely good turnout this year.
The 60th annual Fort Verde Days Parade available, of course, on Verde Valley TV, Suddenlink Channel 2, and Cable 1 Channel 56. And our broadcast brought to you and made possible here today by Larry Green Collision, as well as Camp Verde Ace Hardware, Dr. Jack Houston at Camp Verde Eye Care, Cottonwood Freedom Auto Works, and our friends at D-Best Plumbing.
Yes.
Kind of a play on words.
I know.
Right?
So
D-Best Plumbing.
Yep.
Professional, reliable plumbing at a reasonable rate. Danny Petty, a plumber with knowledge and integrity. 567-8755.
No, thank you, sponsors. We really appreciate you. And thank you again to Larry Green Collision Center for providing us the flatbed on which to perch on today. See the parade. Fabulous parade. Wonderful turnout. As always, Jackie, wonderful sitting next to you.
It has been a pleasure once again.
Absolutely, absolutely. The 60th annual Fort Verde Days Parade.
It's been a gorgeous day out here for it, and of course you can all view this and any other Verde Valley TV broadcasts on demand. You can go to visit verdevalleytv.com, verdevalleytv.com. Well, that's going to be a wrap here for our 60th annual Fort Verde Days Parade. It's been a pleasure, as always, Jennifer.
As always, Jackie.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Welcome to the 60th annual Fort Verde Days Parade, presented by Camp Verde Promotions. This year's theme, Remembering Pioneer Days. Our television broadcast is brought to you by Camp Verde Ace Hardware, home of legendary service. They're pleased to be a part of the parade again this year. Dr. Jack Houston's Camp Verde Eye Care. In the Bashes Shopping Center, see them in person or visit online at cv-eyecare.com. Cottonwood Freedom Auto Works, a unique car buying experience. See for yourself. Buying a vehicle is fun again. D-Best Plumbing, for professional, reliable plumbing at a reasonable rate. Danny Petty, a plumber with knowledge and integrity. 567-8755. Larry Green Collision, the collision care experts in the Verde Valley. State-of-the-art facilities, free towing, and help with your insurance deductible. 634-2227. And now here's Jennifer Cohen and Jackie Bessler.